right, and welcome to another episode of the Independent Wrestling Shootout here on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Redman coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And we go from
In
one
my brand
crazy,
new shirt,
yes, indeed, the quintessential T-shirt
the
from
quintessential T-shirt.
our new friend Joel Gertner after this weekend at the Square Circle Expo.
Yep.
Uh, for an indie fan, this was a really fun weekend. I mean, we saw our share of legends and some of the folks we see on television, but number one, we saw Dayami
We did.
proudly sporting her 0-1 USA Shining Light Championship the whole
She
time, by
wasn't.
the way.
She remembered me. I was
Yeah.
kind of excited.
Well, you're hard to forget with the hair.
Oh well.
But good to see her. We saw a lot of the stars of the NWA there. I know NWA is not independent, but they do work a lot with the independents and a lot of independent stars. So I count it. Jeremiah Plunkett, who was on JTR with us last night, was there. And yeah, it
Jake
was
Oman,
Jake
Jack
Oman.
Vaughn.
Yeah, all your Cincy boys were there. Your buddy Carson Drake.
Mm. Not my buddy.
No.
He's almost as much of my buddy as
BA.
Rust. Ugh.
Can you imagine a three-man team of Carson Drake, BA Malkin, and Benjamin Trust?
It would be like what my nightmares are made of. Literally be what my nightmares are made of.
So we had a weekend full of wrestling last week.
Which means I didn't get a chance to watch Anarchy, so I have no idea what the results were.
But this past weekend, we were stuck with, well, not stuck, but we were buried in Expo stuff. This weekend, you're going to PWE and AVW this weekend. And then next weekend, the weekend after that, on the 10th, everybody's running shows.
I think everybody and their mother is running a show.
I think so. We're going to be at the 0-1 War Game show. Like PWE's running Signal 10, I think, has a show.
PWE, Signal 10, Hybrid, Iron Spirit. I think EPW. It's ridiculous. Like every single one that we cover at all is running a show.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
and then
goodness
Backlash too. So we got to have that covered for JTR.
Thank goodness for the Diner Podcast guys. They're going to cover Signal 10 for me so they can send me all the results. But man.
Very nice, very nice. And then, yeah, we'll probably be putting some feelers out to people that are going to all these shows just to get us some information.
So if you're going to any of these shows, let us know. Because we're going to want results.
Yeah, that's true. In the meantime, today, Minderz, we are... our main focus is going to be on this weekend's PWE show, Outlaws and Handshakes. And we are going to be joined by the Pro Wrestling Epic Heavyweight Champion, Keith Smith Jr., friend of the show.
That's one of Trust's buddies. What the hell?
Hey, and I'm going to tell him, I think I'm a good luck charm for Keith Smith Jr., because both PWE shows that I've been to have been shows where he's won their heavyweight championship.
Who's he? Hey, he's got Munch this weekend, doesn't he?
He's got Munch this weekend. So we'll talk about that.
And you're not going to be there.
I'm not going to be there. And I think the last time he had a title defense, I wasn't there and he lost. So that could be a problem.
Darn.
But we're also going to talk a little bit about the AVW because Keith isn't going to be with us for about 10, 15 minutes or so. So we got to talk about this Clash of the Force show is it AVW?
Mm-hmm.
I keep getting like them mixed up if it's AVW or New Version because I got snake bit by them having shows on the same day.
New Version is not until May 31st, and that's with Mad Bash.
Right.
That's how I remember it. New Version is with Mad Bash.
But yeah, so I'll just run through the card here. We got about 6 matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 matches. So we got.
There's going to end up being more than that.
Oh yeah. Well, Warbeast is getting their rematch, Minderz, against Depravity.
Good luck. I don't see the champs dropping the belts. I'm sorry.
Are we doing picks on this show? Because we kind of have.
say?
Well, I know Jimmy is going to be there, and he was very helpful with Depravity winning the championships.
Hmm.
I've got a feeling that Depravity is going to hang on to him.
Yeah, it's kind of my thought. Even though I like War Beast, don't get me wrong, but you
Warby.
don't.
They're one of my favorite tag teams on the Indies.
But those Temple of Basil boys, sorry, they're my boys. I almost look up to them as much as I look up to Trauma Unit. So
Okay.
why do you look perplexed? You look
Because I'm trying to
confused.
get all these pictures up here so we can throw it to them. And I'm trying to make sure I don't have the same ones. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
All right. Next up, we've got the No Limits Championship. Zay Gates defending against Kenneth James of the Dad Bods.
Uh-huh.
And I won't be surprised if Zay's got his boys with him.
Oh, I know the boys are going to be there. Now I'm going with Zay.
Yeah, when I think
He's
No
got
Limits,
backup.
when I think No Limits, I don't think of Kenneth James. I'll be honest with you, because Zay didn't get pinned at the last show in that elimination match.
He ran away.
Well, he tactically retreated. We'll say that.
Ran away.
Hey, Minderz, we told one Blue Meanie about Mr. T.Y. Ice this weekend.
We sure did. I even showed him a picture. And we have permission to call TYI. Well, according to the Blue Meanie, we have permission to call TYIs the Blue Weenie.
So we have Meanie's blessing.
We do have Meanie's blessing.
Then I feel justified.
Right? If we have Meanie's blessing, come on. Because, Blue Meanie was the bomb this weekend.
He was so
a lot
cool.
of fun.
Yeah, our buddy Toby Hope. If you're from this area, you know Toby, but Hope Promotions promoted Meanie and Joel Gertner for the expo this past weekend. And it was
probably one of my favorite tables.
Yeah,
because we hung out at that table a lot.
Yeah, we had 3 or 4 different landing zones to meet up if we got separated.
We had 4.
We had Diner Podcast, we had the Cookie Lady.
We had Diner Podcast, the Cookie Lady, Jake and Jack's table, and then Hope table.
Yeah.
Those were our meeting spots.
Yes.
Or hallway.
Yeah.
Those were our options.
Yes. Or wherever
whichever we were closest to. But Reb, I'm sorry. It's still my favorite thing I got. I bought a baby. I love my baby. I bought a baby.
The baby. Sorry, I had to cough. But yes, Gene Snitsky was maybe the hidden treasure of the Square Circle Expo.
He was so much fun. He tried to take my head off. Oh, and is Papa Pullman in here? Papa Pullman, are you in the chat? We'll give him a minute.
Nobody's in the comments yet, but we do have people on.
Yeah, I see we have people watching, so I'm hoping Papa Pullman's one of them.
Yeah, but let's move on to the next match here. We've got Ricky Guns versus Mr. Broadway Kendall Fire, our buddy, against Dalton Davis, our other buddy, against Mikkel Murphy, who's there.
I'm torn between 2.
I know which 2. I got a feeling if you take one, I'm probably going to take the other one.
Okay, I'm taking Dalton then.
Is this for anything, like any number 1 contendership or anything?
It doesn't say. If it's for any, it would probably be. I have no idea.
Probably a shot at Zay, I would imagine.
Yeah, that would probably be it. Hi, Boo Boo.
Or Jackson, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because Jackson, will he still have that belt after Sunday?
Is he defending it? He's challenging Carrot.
I thought he was quote unquote cashing it in.
Oh, that's true. Oh, it's the key to the 210 thing. So yeah, he might be the
key to the 210.
So he should be cashing it in then. So
yeah, so it might be.
Maybe it's to determine
who the new one is.
I don't know. Ask Mr. Cerveza about that. So yeah, if you're going Dalton, I'm going to go Mr. Broadway He's our
Okay.
buddy. He was fun to have on the pod last episode.
Oh yeah, he was. And it's not that I'm against Kendall.
No, but you're
Either
Dalton's
one of
buddy.
those two win,
Yeah.
we all win. So it's fine.
Can we just say anyone but Murphy?
Basically. Although he does have some underhanded tactics, so
He does.
there's always the possibility.
Next up here, we've got a Cantina street fight. I get it, Cantina, because it's May 4th, Star Wars. So Chris
Wow, it
Gates.
took you that long to figure it out?
Well, I just read it for the first time, so
Oh, okay.
pick on me. But Cold Hard Cash, I'm not sure. It's Christian Cash and Rico, I
Rico.
believe, if the picture's not lying to me, taking on Kid Riot and Chris Gates.
Yep.
Now,
I
if
gotta
there
go
aren't actually
Kid.
lightsabers in this, and if
I
they're not
know.
playing the Cantina music in the overhead during this match, I will be very disappointed, Minderz.
Well, so you do know what the rest of this. So I'm gonna go ahead. I picked Kid and Chris.
I'm gonna go Cold Hard Cash.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking something up. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, the next match I have is a Skywalker Eliminator #1 contendership for the heavyweight championship.
Oh, this is an eliminator?
This is I guess it's elimination rules, but we got Elijah Arrows, Clayton Clark, the Cobra, Mike Noble, Brody Bodkins. Brody Bodkins. This font is not flattering to guys who can't read. And Ashton Adonis. It's kind of a pick'em.
Damn.
So the question becomes, who do you want to see wrestle Jimmy Carrot? And I think we have the same answer.
Well, only because I've seen it a million times and I absolutely love the match.
But I haven't, so I need to see it.
Oh, I forget you haven't seen it.
I have not.
I forget you haven't seen it.
So picking first, I'm going to definitely pick the Cobra for this.
Okay, if you're going
Clayton's
Cobra,
got a claim to it.
I was gonna say, if you're picking Cobra, I'm gonna go Clayton.
Okay. Hey,
not that we haven't seen that before, but
true. Hey, what about Elijah Arrows in the SCX Circle City Rumble on Saturday?
Man,
Started off with Omen.
He held his own with Omen there for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, he held his own with a lot of people. I think he was in there for most of the match until Cardona threw him out.
Yeah, thanks Cardona for ruining that one for us.
Yeah. Then the last match I have for this show is the AVW Championship match. Jimmy Carrot defending against Jackson Morgan, who, as we discussed, we believe is cashing in his key to the 210 for this title shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is Basil going to get in a fight with the pighead?
God, that'd be hilarious. I say, are you really asking me who I'm picking in this
I
one?
think we both know who we're picking on this one.
I think everybody knows who I'm picking anyway.
I'm picking our guest next week.
Yes.
He'll be talking mostly 0-1 business next week, but the champ Jimmy Carrot is going to be joining us next week on here on the Shootout. This should be a fun match though. This is going to be a little dirty, Minderz.
Oh yeah. There's
going to be some fuckery here.
Oh yeah. I'm expecting it, and if there isn't any, I'm going to be disappointed. So just a little heads up though, for this show on May 4th over at 210.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be an out of this world Star Wars themed wrestling extravaganza that you won't want to miss. Calling all young Jedi and Padawans, any children ages 15 and under who come dressed in their favorite Star Wars costumes will get in for free. This is your chance to channel your inner hero and experience the thrill of the ring like never before. Adults, you're invited to join the fun too. Feel free to dress up as your favorite characters, but remember, tickets are still required for entry.
Now you're short enough that you could probably pass as a child if you put like a hood on.
If I covered up my face and my hair, I might be able to get in.
Just be an Ewok or something.
There you go. So get creative and show off your best Star Wars attire. Lightsabers and props are welcome. But we must remind everyone that while we love the spirit of the galaxy far, far away, these props are not to be used as weapons against our wrestlers. Let's keep the action in the ring.
Now, that doesn't say that the wrestlers won't take said props away from the people and use them.
Right. Anyone who uses props inappropriately will be asked to leave the venue without a refund. So grab your costumes, gather your fellow Star Wars fans, and prepare for an unforgettable night of wrestling and adventure. May the Force be with you as we clash in the ring.
Can I hope that Jeremy Hamilton has a C-3PO themed tuxedo?
You can hope.
Sean, we did not see Sean Ross Sapp at Square Circle, but Chris Van Vliet was there.
Yeah, Chris Van Vliet was there.
Van Vliet, I'm not sure what the exact pronunciation
However you
is.
say his name.
CVV. Just go with the initials. Everybody else does. Right, so that show is on Sunday, and where is it at? It's not at the 210.
It's at the 210. Yeah, it's at 210.
See, this threw me off. I thought it was someplace else, but
it's because it's in a galaxy.
I think the next new version shows somewhere other than the 210. That's what threw me off.
Wienerworks.
They had some good stuff when I was a kid. I used to go to Wienerworks sometimes.
I'm gonna let you introduce him. He's front. I ain't introducing him.
Now you got to behave.
Nice, I promise. I will be.
You be nice.
Can be.
All right. Well, we are joined by the current Pro Wrestling Epic Heavyweight Champion Keith Smith Jr. How you doing, sir?
Doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Good. Minderz, you had that look on your face.
I said I would be nice. He took
She
that title.
He has a huge crush on me. It's okay.
That's the mustache.
Okay.
Usually the mustache. We know.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that, I guess. Let's go with that.
So, Keith, I think I think I'm a good luck charm for you because both PWE shows I've been to have been the shows where you've won that heavyweight championship.
Well, then maybe you need to start showing up month in and month out.
I would very much like to, as long as work schedules cooperate. But just make sure you got a title shot when I'm there, I think is what I'm saying.
I think we might be able to arrange that.
Okay.
Don't worry, Keith. I'll be there this weekend.
This weekend as in the 3rd?
As in the Hot Dogs and Handshake show. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. One-on-one with Munch.
Yeah. Munch is a big boy.
Munch is a big boy. You know who else is a big boy?
You're a big boy.
Exactly. Glad that we got that one in line.
Hoss fight.
Total hoss fight, yeah. Oh my goodness. So I guess I got to ask this because Minderz won't. Where does the partnership stand with Ben Trust since he's been hurt?
The partnership with Ben Trust does not look promising at this rate.
Oh.
I saw Minderz perked up a little bit because she does not like Ben Trust.
Interesting.
Let's put it this way. When me and Ben originally sat down, had a conversation, things looked like they could be on the up for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
However, Ben got hurt, and therefore Ben has established feelings. And Ben apparently has a sense of morals now.
Oh.
So between those two things, with what we had previously discussed and kind of both aligned on, that probably won't sit well whenever Ben comes back.
Huh.
I don't know if I can picture Ben Trust with morals.
Yeah, I don't know if I can either.
He used to have them back in the day. He lost them for a while when he found some new guys that he ran with, and then he's kind of seeming like he got soft when he went out.
Uh-oh.
He showed up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said there might be a chance that I might actually like him when he comes back.
Potentially, yes.
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that.
I mean, it's pretty easy just to not like Benjamin Trust because it's Benjamin Trust. So
it's really
I don't blame you if you don't like him regardless.
It's real easy not to like Trust. Trust me.
Not wrong.
Oh, but yeah. Yeah, so that Rep, go ahead. You were gonna say something. I cut somebody
you're
off.
good.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
fine.
Who did I cut off? I don't remember what I was gonna say, so somebody else say something.
All right, so let's talk about the match you got Saturday. You mentioned we got Munch coming after you. Without giving up too much, what's your strategy look like with a big guy like Munch?
I've been in the ring twice with Munch. Once was a tag team match, and once was the 6-man lockdown match. Both times, well, the first time, myself and Benjamin Trust, shockingly enough, beat Munch. The second time, I lasted longer in the match than Munch. So, in my eyes, I have a little bit of an advantage here. Also, being a big guy, I know what big guys' weaknesses are. So let's just leave it at that.
Why do I feel like somebody's going after knees and legs?
There's possibility.
That's usually a sound strategy. Take the joints
really
out of a big guy.
I mean, I'm a big guy. However, my cardio's not too bad.
No, it's you're one of the bigger guys that do have the better cardio. I will give you that much. See, I can be nice. I told you, Reb, I can be nice.
I'm glad you're behaving yourself. Sometimes she worries me, depending on who we have on. Sometimes she can get a little salty.
Don't let her lie to you. She came up and talked to me after I won the belt at the mill in Granite City. She even asked for a picture with me.
Damn it.
That's why I'm telling you, she's got a crush. It might be the mustache, might be the mullet. I don't know.
Did she introduce you to her mom? Because her mom was there too.
She did not yet.
I didn't.
Just wait. I'm sure it'll come down the ladder.
Probably Saturday, actually.
Trying to move a little bit quick on me, aren't you?
No, I don't think so. You got a little one and all that fun stuff. I don't need to be messing with all that crap.
Although you have had his dad in your lap before, though.
I have.
I'm just trying to keep it in the family. Man.
Yeah, that was the one I got kicked in the face by I got kicked in the head by one of the risky business guys.
What did you think about the show at the mill?
Reb, you tell your part first.
The show itself, I thought, was very good, match-wise and everything. But there was a gaggle of loudmouth people right behind me that would not stop talking the entire time. They were kind of getting on my nerves. But as far as watching the matches, I enjoyed the hell out of the matches.
What about the venue?
The venue? Yeah, it looked cool. It's I like those music venues kind of places. So I thought it had a cool look to it. I thought you guys would be coming out on the stage instead of to the side of it when I first went in there. But no, it's a cool spot.
Very nice, very nice. We're going back on July 11th. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that.
We have. It's a Friday, which sucks for us because shoot jobs get in the way.
Trust me, I know. I've already told them I'm not going to be there. Going into the 11th, there's no way. I want my head clear. I want to be 100% focused if I'm stepping in the ring with Rhino.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that because we saw that announced this week.
Yeah, he's not the happiest with me.
Why is Rhino not happy with you? What did I miss?
The lockdown show, when I may or may not have hit him in the head with the Pro Wrestling Epic belt.
Oh.
And kind of handed the match to Benjamin Trust.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that ending.
Yeah.
I did forget about that ending.
See?
Damn it, Reb. Yeah, there's the picture.
Uh-huh. That's not quite the recoil that we saw another time when you had this picture with Joey O'Reilly, Minderz.
That's not a clean mustache. That's a dirty mustache.
See?
This is clean. It's all about being professional, being classy, clean cut mustache, clean hair, dress nice gear.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Keith all of those compared to that other one that I did the recoil from.
Oh yeah. Well, you've definitely criticized Joey's gear before. especially his outerwear.
His chaps. Okay, so let's continue on. So we just saw Rhino beginning of this month,
Yeah, the Glory Show in Clinton at the beginning of April.
and he took on I think you're familiar with him, the Cobra.
Yes.
This is a damn good match. It
was
was
really
real good.
It was really good.
The Cobra's really good.
Yeah.
Very good. The Cobra beat Rhino.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to Rhino, but he's not in his prime anymore.
I mean,
not wrong.
He's right. He's right. But
You gotta figure out the weakness of whoever you're wrestling. You gotta attack the weakness of whoever you're wrestling. It's more than just mind games. It's more than just trash talk. It's all about strategy. Every show, every match is all about strategy at the end of the day.
I mean, he's right.
He is right.
I've been around the block way too many times. I know I've already started planning for my strategy. I already know my strategy going into this weekend on the 3rd. I know my strategy going into next weekend with it being a triple threat hardcore match. I already have my strategy there. The weekend after that, I don't even know who I'm wrestling, but I'm going to be in the Missouri show, just south of actually where I live. It's going to be down in around like the Festus Bonne Terre area. I don't even know who I'm wrestling then, but the sooner I find out, the more strategy I can and kind of mindset I can put into that.
That's definitely true. Because Lenny's on it this month, because you guys got what, three shows, 4 shows this month?
3 shows this month.
3 shows this month.
First 3 weekends of May.
Yeah, because it's the Centralia show, which is supposed to be, it's like for the wrestling team there or something, isn't it? Or for the school or something along those lines.
It's a fundraiser. I know that.
Yeah, it's a fundraiser one. And then I know the one in Missouri.
It's also a fundraiser.
Oh, is it also a fundraiser?
Yeah, I think it's another wrestling team.
Gotcha. That makes sense. All right, Reb, let's run through these matches. Let's get Keith's opinion. I mean, obviously, we know on his match who he's picking to win. And
well, we'll save his match for last. And
okay.
But that shouldn't be too hard to guess when his pick's going to be there. So first, we have a couple of going to be in action pictures from here. So we got Sean Logan's going to be there.
Oh boy.
Let's see, the return of Brandon Aarons.
I've seen him.
And then an Eagle Eye is going to be there. Minderz.
I like Eagle Eye.
Yeah.
Why?
Good.
He's entertaining. Coco puts him over to the moon.
You want to talk about somebody entertaining?
Coco.
Very entertaining.
I love Coco.
Did I not tell you the last time I was on this show? Yeah. That was my number one of the 3 people to watch.
Yes, you did.
You sure did.
And you had Eagle Eye too, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
But he's fallen off the wagon. Eagle Eye can't win a match to save his life anymore.
Nah. Well, Coco had a rough go at it this last time, but
yeah, because it was
Copeland.
That's right. It was one of the Solution guys.
Yeah.
All right, so we do have a Pro Wrestling Epic Battle Royal announced for this. Of course, participants to be determined.
Of course.
But I'm gonna assume you're not doing double duty on this show, Keith.
No.
Yeah.
That Battle Royal is probably for a chance at my belt.
It might be.
I guess theoretically and strategically, I should get into it. That way, if I win, then I just don't have to wrestle that night.
See, that's why I think John Cena needs to enter Money in the Bank and win the briefcase, so nobody can cash in on him until after he retires.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. So as far as the actual matches that they have announced goes, first up we got Baracus against Nick Natural. Which, Minderz, you mentioned Haas fight. This is a friggin' Haas fight.
PWE is known for their Haas fights, really. I think, anyway.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going Baracus, of course.
See, I gotta go Nick Natural.
I knew you would.
He's got tricks up his sleeve.
He does.
Plus, Riley's my buddy, so.
Well, Riley's my buddy too, but she understands I don't like her husband, so.
Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Nick Natural, but in that situation, I'm going to have to lean Nick Natural. I've faced Baracus. I beat Baracus before he took some time off. I took the Powerhouse title from Baracus. Great competitor. Nick's going to win.
Nick's got a lot of, I will give that Nick's got a lot of experience going in there. And I know Baracus has some experience too, but I just feel like Nick's been around for a little bit longer. So
Nick also dresses very well. Very classy. Very professional.
But if I was to say Nick Natural, do you realize how upset Mama would be at me? She'd be mad. She does not like Nick. She does not like Nick.
What does she think of Baracus?
She doesn't mind. She likes Baracus.
Yeah,
Come
Nick
on,
seems
Rev.
like more of a strategic type than the Baracus.
First time Mom watched Nick Natural, she fought Coco, or he fought Coco.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't have a chance of being one of Mama's favorites. Did not have a chance.
Yeah, Mama's a Coco fan.
She is a Coco fan. But, all right, move on.
All right, next up here, we've got Brandon Beretta versus Eric Surge.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh,
You're
my
hesitating
God.
way too much.
Speak of the devil.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
Trying to stay relevant, trying to make sure that he stays on my good side.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Did
I'm
Trust
gonna go with
draw
Surge.
that face?
Huh?
Do what?
Did Trust draw that face that's in the window there on the
No, he had a fan. There was a fan that sent it into him.
Gotcha. All right.
I'm going with Surge.
Okay, I'll go Beretta.
Okay.
100% Beretta. That's not even questionable.
Okay.
All right. Now we get into the championship matches that they've got lined up here. First up for the Cruiserweight Championship, James Brady defending against our buddy Quest Parker Minderz.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Quest does mostly tag team these days in PWE. He's usually teaming up with Lopez.
He does. You know what, though? You know I love Quest. You know I love Quest. He's one of my buddies. But James Brady has tricks up his sleeve. I mean, come on. He athletic taped a guy down to the ring the last time I seen him. So he's got tricks. So I think I'm going to have to go Brady.
You know, just because I like an upset, I'm going to go with Quest because Lopez isn't far away whenever Quest is down there.
Very true.
So if there's any kind of chicanery there from Brady, I imagine Lopez might be there to squash it.
One can hope. And what do you say, Mr. Keith?
You said he's got some tricks up his sleeves. I think it's more along the lines of he's been around the business for a while, and he's really good at strategy. He might not always be the best, but it works. So I'm gonna have to lean on Brady on this one.
Okay. But
I mean,
we've seen a lot of Quest up here in the 0-1 region, and he's surprised people more than once. So that's kind of what I'm going by. I think he can catch somebody by surprise in this match.
Yeah, but is his mind going to be focused on that ladder match at 0-1 for that briefcase?
Yeah, that's true. He kind of had tunnel vision for that ladder match, didn't he?
He sure does. So we'll see.
Right. We'll have to see what happens there.
Yep.
All right. Women's championship, and I'm a little confused, Minderz, because I kind of get out of the loops from the last
They
time
got it. I think they have it switched because I believe Noelle is still the.
Let's see, I thought Noelle had won the title from Rachel.
Right.
And I didn't hear anything about them having a switch back. So we'll just assume this is Noelle defending.
You're going to have to see here in a minute because Coco still has the belt in his picture too.
Oh, that's true. He does.
Yep, and Coco doesn't have it anymore. So.
Okay, so yeah, we'll just go with what we know, which is Noelle is the champion.
Noelle scares me. So I'm going with Rachel. She scares me. She did one of her with her mask, her marionette mask, and cocked her head. Give me the creeps. Nope, no good. So I'm going with Rachel. Plus, she had a damn good showing at Squared Circle this weekend.
She did. She was in the
Triple
Rumble,
threat.
wasn't she?
She was in Triple Threat.
No, the 4-way.
BLP. No, Triple Threat on Black Label Pro.
Oh, it's like your Friday, not Saturday.
Friday, not Saturday.
I am going to go with Noelle, just for the same reasons you went with Rachel, because she's scary, and I don't think Rachel's got her figured out yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with Noelle. She, as you mentioned, a little crazy. It takes a little bit of crazy to be in this business, and I think she might be able to have the mind game set to go into that match with Rachel in Rachel's head. So I'm gonna have to go with Noelle.
Makes sense. I mean, like I said, that's one the fans are gonna win because it's gonna be a good match.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. Next up
here, we've got Tag Team Championship, and I think this actually is the main event, if I'm not mistaken. But it's the Hooligans against PME.
Now, I am not familiar with PME, so who can fill me in? Rep, do you know who they are?
I am not all that familiar with PME, to be honest with you.
No, okay. Keith?
I've seen him one time.
Okay.
We have to do some YouTube research after the show.
I seen their match with the new guys at Glory Pro.
Okay. So there's one for us.
I mean, they were the Glory Pro champions at one point.
Okay.
Are these the guys that come out with Phil Collins music?
I think so.
Okay, now I do know who they are. I forget what the PME stands for, but now they're ringing a bell.
Philly Marino Express.
Yes,
that's like
it.
That.
Trust Glory Pro Tag Champs. The new guys beat them.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Trust. No, I think I saw
that what I just said.
Yes, it is exactly. So say thank you, Keith. Reb. Thank you, Keith. Come on, Reb. You're going to make our guests mad. You were worried about me.
I know. I'm trying to spiral back to Philly Marino Express where I saw them, and I think it was AIW because I believe they had Fonzie as their manager for a show there. So that's where I remember them from. It's hard not to go with the Hooligans. I mean,
I'm going with the Hooligans.
Hooligans all day.
Yeah, I'm going Hooligans. Just
you talked about crazy.
Yeah,
those guys are crazy.
Well, I mean, and if the new guys beat them, then no. I was gonna say follow that up with the second part of that because yeah.
Sometimes I have been accused of such.
Mm-hmm. All right, next match.
Next up here, Gary Vasilio trying to distract me here. All right, so this is Powerhouse Championship match, Coco and KLD, but Copeland's the champ, so I'm not sure if it's just going to be Coco versus KLD non-title or if Copeland is inserted here.
I have no idea.
I'm going to assume.
I would assume it's a non-title match, considering Coco doesn't have the belt.
Mm-hmm.
This
is a tall order for Coco.
I don't like it. Because KLD is one of our buddies too. We've had KLD on the show a couple times. I remember KLD with no new friends. But I can't go against Coco. Coco's my boy. I love Coco. So I'm going to go Coco and hope that his quickness and his strength can get him through it. So
I feel like Coco has a chip on his shoulder at the moment after dropping that title. So I'm going to go with Coco. I'm thinking he's going to have a little bit of an edge to him on this one.
See, Keith, I took your advice last time you were on. You said to keep an eye on Coco. I've kept my eye on Coco. I like what he does.
I'm sure you've kept your eye on Coco. Probably both of them.
All four of them.
All four. There you go.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna lean Coco on that one as well.
See, I
Again,
think
that's a speed and strength battle right there.
it really
like-
is.
Yeah.
Coco is strong. He's not KLD strong.
No.
But Coco is fast. And KLD is slow as a turtle.
I was gonna say, I was like, I wondered where he's gonna go with this, and KLD is not.
But if he catches Coco, then Coco's in trouble.
Yeah, Coco's just gotta stay out of reach.
Scurry away.
Yeah.
It's the old
All
Paul Heyman line: be abusive and elusive.
No, wait. Coco needs an edge. Keith, you and Lance should help him out.
I mean, Coco is very professional.
He
and
is.
He is very classy.
He's got
He
good gear.
is. He does have nice gear.
He dresses nice when he comes to shows. It's a little standoutish for my taste, but looks nice.
He likes my fudge.
And that is not a euphemism. She actually does make fudge.
No, I make fudge. He actually likes the fudge that I make.
Just not going to touch that.
No.
Nope. No, thank you.
Although around Christmas time, I suggest you try some Minderz fudge. It's really good.
Anyway,
able to-
let's
I'll be able
move
to work
on.
that
This
out.
is already awkward enough. Let's
All
move
right.
on.
Oh,
Dude,
Minderz.
look how red she's turning.
I know, right?
She's as red
She's
as
as red
her
as her
shirt.
shirt.
Right
Yeah.
She wasn't
It's
this red when Joel Gertner did a limerick on her at the expo this weekend.
You didn't see my face when he was doing the jumping the rail one. I was a bright pink.
Mm-hmm.
It was terrible.
All right.
Got a new shirt. Says, well. Wait, Keith, maybe, I'm sure you will appreciate this. I bought a baby. And it says Snitsky was here.
That is actually really good. That is a great marketing ploy for him.
Gene Snitsky is a
Isn't it?
marketing genius. He just buys a bushel of dolls and sells them at his merch table.
That's smart.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I
That's
was
good
like,
business right there.
Yes.
I looked over, I said, that's a baby. We're at Gene. I want a baby.
I would
All
hate
right.
to know how much you paid for that.
I got the picture and the autograph too. So it wasn't too
Okay.
bad.
So it's a bundle deal.
I got a bundle deal.
There you go.
And actually we got, how many times did we go hang out at Snitsky's table then after that? Because that was a lot of fun.
A handful.
Yeah, we made friends with him too. We had a lot of fun this past weekend at Squirt Circle. So, all right.
All right.
I know there's at least two. There's two matches at least left.
Well, I don't need to ask you. I don't think your pick for this Minderz, but for the Interstate Championship, Camaro Jackson and Herzog.
Duh.
Yeah, it's got to be Grand Region, doesn't it?
Of course. I don't know though, because Herzog's crazy as hell too.
Yes, he is.
But I got to go with Grand Regent.
Trust
Last time-
Junior is 0-1 more.
Just remind me. I'll send you a message.
Last time these two went at it, they went the full time.
Hmm.
Yes.
I'm gonna lean Herzog.
Ooh.
Not classy or professional. However,
No.
No, not even
However-
close.
very crazy.
Yes. We'll agree there. And actually, I'm gonna say though that I think he is. I think Herzog is very professional, because I know the past couple times that you guys have been at shows, like there was they just had what they were like a car show or something, and he was there representing PWE. There's been a couple other things that I've seen him there to represent PWE. So I'll say I think he's a smidgen on the professional side. Maybe not dressed professionally, but
The dude barely speaks English. You wave a hamburger in front of his face and he'll follow you.
so does Reb.
It's not necessary.
Tell me I'm wrong, Reb.
I didn't
we
say
got
you're
you
wrong.
one
I just said
time.
it's not necessary. I mean, you guys brought me a hamburger from Moonshine on the way to the expo Friday.
Sure did.
So I got to assume Camaro's got to be a guy on your radar also at some point. He's probably going to be coming looking for that heavyweight championship. And if he drops if Herzog does get the win on that, then for all we know, Camaro might just move up and set his eyes on your belt there.
That's fine.
Hell of a match.
I welcome any and all challenges. I've never wrestled Camaro. I've never been in the ring with Camaro at the same time, ever.
Lenny, can we make this happen, please? I know you will listen to this later.
If he doesn't, you'll just send him a message later. Say, hey.
I mean, Camaro could retain. We could do me and Camaro, both belts on the line.
Yeah.
Be more than happy to take the interstate belt and finish the trifecta of the powerhouse, the pro wrestling epic, and the interstate belt. Something Benjamin Truss hasn't even been able to do.
Oh wow.
Oh, shots fired.
Oof.
I'm just giving you facts.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand. But yeah, I mean, I just have my way of thinking with. See, there's not any multi-man matches on this card, other than like the tag, and that's not really considered. I don't consider that a multi-man. No. But so I can't fall back on my Minderz laws. So it really makes things difficult for me to choose. Come on.
It sucks when you have to actually use your brain, Minderz, because you don't have the intangibles there to go off of.
You're right. My brain doesn't always work.
That's true.
Good times.
Well, the last match we've got, sir, is yours. There we got it right there, Keith Smith Jr. and Munch.
I don't think that's a question.
No. I really don't either. I mean, even though I do like Munch, don't get me wrong, but you can't deny Keith. You just can't.
I got screwed. I got put in a 6-man match immediately after winning the Pro Wrestling Epic title at Pops last year.
Mm-hmm.
I already had the odds stacked against me. This is the first time I actually get to defend the belt one-on-one against somebody. And then they want to turn around and stack the odds again next weekend with a 3-way, triple threat hardcore match.
Who else in that one? Because I didn't see anything on there for
Cash, myself, and Damian Blackwell.
Yeah, Damian Blackwell.
Okay.
I was gonna see if I could find that real quick.
I have a little bit of a journey ahead of me to be able to show Rhino that pretty piece of gold hanging up there on the wall.
Yeah.
That's a good
Did you see Reb's new piece of gold he's got? Now, granted, he bought it, but
yeah,
he didn't
I
really
paid
earn
for it at the expo. But
I didn't buy that.
No. As a
I know you didn't.
Athlete, I have to buy him, but
it's nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We need to find a way to display it a little bit better.
I know. Maybe I need to lose the banjo and put it up on the wall there.
Not a bad idea.
We'll see. I don't have a whole lot of space to work with. I'm in a little apartment, so
he's in an alcove.
Yeah, I'm in the corner of my living room because we don't have the office space is reserved for the wife and her day job, so I gotta make some concessions.
I was looking to see. Oh, here's May 10th. Okay, so Powerhouse 2, Thunder Kitty versus Izzy B. Oh boy, Calvin Coco and Eagle Eye versus the Hooligans.
Oh.
Vincent Sawyer versus Harsh, which Harsh is the other one for the with the black, and then Damian Keith Smith and Cash Gordon.
Was that English?
I don't know.
Harsh was the other one.
Harsh
is one of the Power Trip guys.
Yes. Along with Damian.
I feel sorry for Vincent.
Oh God. Hey Reb, here's one. Oh, let me see if Derek Fullerton versus Camaro. Yeah,
he almost just spit his drink out.
I just feel bad for Derek.
I don't.
Yeah, Minderz is not a fan of the solution.
No.
None of them?
Riley. It's the only one I like.
Okay.
Can't help it. I used to be nice to Derek, but then he turned into a jerk. So
Well, Derek used to run around BA too.
that's true. He needs better friends. But
Yeah.
All right, Reb. Well, we've kept our guest now about a little over half hour, almost 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Why don't we say we let him go? He's got to focus on what's coming up the next 3 weeks, and we will be watching. And like I said, I will see you Saturday.
I'm sure you will. You can come up and take another picture.
Oh, well, that's awful sweet of you.
Get a
Thanks so
picture
much.
with her
I'll
mom.
let you take a picture. Get a picture with her mom?
Yeah.
I'll bring you. Okay.
Will
All
that make
right.
you jealous?
No.
Okay.
No, I won't. Trust me. It'll be fine. All right. Thanks, Keith.
Perfect.
We'll
I'll
see
see you guys this
We'll see you
weekend.
soon.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Damn it.
I don't think Trust saw the first half of that.
I don't think he did either. Because he was. Maybe we ought to let him know.
Well, that's on you. If you want to do that.
Okay.
But
I don't like Trust that much. Why would I tell him that?
Apparently, he has morals now.
It doesn't. He's still. Well, he did still call you. He didn't call me a dweeb.
No, he was
He
nice
didn't
to
call
you.
me a dweeb. He was being nice to me. What the hell?
Yeah, it's so weird. Hey, Minderz, let's say we pay some bills real quick. Then we want to touch on what's going on tomorrow night in Edgewood briefly before we get out of here.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. All right. So, Minderz, Jared is in the chat here. And
I know.
I have a bone to pick.
Why?
If you remember, after the Glory show, I posted a photo of a certain prodigy in his piss poor parking job.
Mm-hmm.
And one Mr. Shannon went out of his way to dare me to do better.
Uh-huh. Oh, no.
I have proof.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
So, Jared Shannon, you challenged me because I talked a little crap about somebody's parking skills last week, that you wanted to see how I park. Well, I'm not one to back down from somebody talking a little trash, so I'm going to do this here. I am on my way home from work, and I think you can tell. All right, you can see the lines on the parking lot. And I am right there in between, and I did not use the camera on the car to park, but just to prove how awesome I am, look at that, right in between the lines there. I left a safe amount of distance to the car next to me. And look at that. So now I'll be nice, but it just shows I'm better at parking than CMC is.
Boom. Suck it.
Boom. Drop the mic, walk out. There you go.
No, it is not AI generated. I am just a safe and courteous driver, sir.
He is. I can vouch for that. Sean, we don't give out our he says it at the beginning of every show.
It's wherever the noodles position is that particular day.
Yeah, find the noodles position.
All right. Now, Minderz, I don't have the thumbnails ready for this, but there are two matches that have been announced tomorrow night in Edgewood for Thursday Night Throwdown. Both of them pretty good looking matches, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Now, this is not the go home for War Games, but it's right in that home stretch.
Yep.
before we get there. And they've announced Victor Analog will be there. He's not usually at Thursday nights, but he will be there this week. And he will go one-on-one with Noah Clover.
Yes.
I believe non-title because he has Cobra at War Games. And then they announced Trauma Unit. I forget which combination. Is it Theo and Devontae?
Yeah.
Okay, well, they are taking on Constant Headache of Anakin Murphy and Kenny Calix, which is, I think, a match we were kind of clamoring for when Trauma Unit first formed.
Mm-hmm. We were. Clover is very good. Clover is very good.
Oh, what territory is this in Jersey, Sean, for the Brewery Brawl?
It's for. He said it earlier.
Did he? Hang on, let me look.
It's Thunder Rosa and James Ellsworth are wrestling in New Jersey tomorrow.
There it is. I see it.
Okay.
Yeah. I see your comment about Cena, Sean. We will save that for Tuesday.
Yes.
All right. So yeah. So you're going to PWE Saturday. You're going to AVW Sunday. Then this coming Wednesday, we are going to be joined by the Powder Keg Jimmy Carrot, who is on the Trauma Unit team for War Games this year.
Let's hope my camera and my internet all work, and his camera and his internet all work.
Yes. But yeah, it's that's going to be Devontae Knox, Chris O'Brien, Theo White, Jimmy Carrot, and Greg Jovi, Trauma Unit's manager, against the Light of the Luminary, Hippie Johnny, Gwynny Adana, and Constant Headache in War Games.
Anakin Murphy and Kenny Calix.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. It could get crazy, especially with Kenny, Anakin, and Jimmy in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll behave.
You have more faith than I do.
I'm an optimist, Minderz.
You know what? I need to quit watching ECW because I watched that the
Danbury Drive.
The Danbury Dive, and then last night to top it all off, I decided to watch XPW.
Oh, that's a mistake.
Oh, that was a mistake. That was a big mistake. And then today I watched the Dark Side of the Ring with one New Jack. So
see, you're putting all this negative reinforcement in your own head before this.
No, I'm preparing myself. That's what I'm doing.
Well, I hate to tell you, you got another ECW show you got to watch today because
I know.
We are recording the Extreme Mifflin review after this.
Hey, after watching XPW, ECW does not scare me anymore.
XPW puts the UD show in Outlaw Mud Show.
Oh yeah.
Just wait till we get to Living Dangerously 2000, Minderz, on the Extreme Mifflin review.
Didn't we just do that one?
Heatwave 2000.
Okay.
In Los Angeles. They all run together. I get confused. The next one we got is Hardcore Heaven, but then Heatwave is the one after that.
Okay.
And that one's in LA, which is XPW country.
Oh dear God. I know what happens.
Uh-huh.
I know what happens.
You know.
I know what happens.
We got to think of who we want to have watch along with us on that one.
Carrot.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I just remembered which one that is. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And that's only because I've watched all these like here recently.
Plus,
and they talk about all of it.
Plus, we talked about it with one Just Incredible once upon a time on JTR.
Back in the day.
Yeah. All right.
Everybody who we have coming up on the show. So we have Carrot next week.
We got Carrot next week. Then
Jumping the Rail that following week is...
That's going to be the Country Gentleman from the NWA.
Getting ready for the Crockett Cup.
Uh-huh. And then the week after that on JTR, we're going to actually record it a couple days early. We're doing an interview with Angel of the Baldies fame at ECW.
I'm really excited.
That's Minder's new best friend, for those that don't know.
Yeah, he's I won't say he's my new best friend, but we have quite a few chit chats.
Yes. So that should be fun. We got to do our homework on Angel, though.
And then I need to talk to you because I've got another one that I need to talk to find out when we have openings for him.
All right, we will do that.
All right.
All right. Well, Minderz, we're coming in right at an hour, which I'm kind of proud of us for doing it in a
No
timely
kidding,
fashion.
especially since the last couple ones have been real long.
Wait, the last shootout was like 3 hours because we were just running down the list of all the shows in Vegas WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, do we want? Okay, hold on. You know what we haven't talked about?
Damn it. Yes.
Yeah, I know. Should we talk about Friday night fights?
We don't have to get too deep into it. I will say B.A. Malkin and Joey O'Reilly, I think, was the match of the night on that show.
It was a very good match.
That's the one
Hey.
where Anthony Lopez, for you St. Louis folk, won the Thursday Night Throwdown Championship for Kenny Calix.
Gary J beat up on Hippie Johnny. Holy crap! Did you see his chest?
I did.
Anybody
Anybody that has the myth that wearing a shirt protects you from chops?
Yeah, it doesn't, especially when they rip it off of you.
No.
Pat
McAfee should take notes if he's going to wrestle Gunther.
Right? What was the other one I wanted to point out on that one? How about that? Poor Clayton Clark.
Oh, Clayton, yeah. I got to call it an upset. Nick Depp beat him.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. We'll
It's
just
an
leave it
upset
at
in
that.
many, many different ways.
Many different ways. And then
But
Mercy.
I know he'll get back
and-
on the horse.
Who did Mercy fight?
Oh, Mercy was Chris O'Brien.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Trauma Unit and Nick Depp both will try to get involved in that one.
Yep. But
So yeah, that is available on 01 USA's Patreon.
So
and
is last
also on
Thursday's
YouTube.
show.
Yeah.
Last Thursday's is up already.
Yes. So yeah, go check them out if you want to. I always suggest you check out Mad Bash Studios on Patreon, as well as the JTR Podcast Network on Patreon.
Diner Podcast.
Diner Podcast. And yeah, so we will get out of here for this week. Until next time, for Minderz, this is Reb. Mind y'all, life is hard, work stiff. We'll see you guys next time.